You're too available, and that's why people don't respect your time and your energy the way that you want them to. Scarcity creates value.
Use absence to create honor and respect. And the idea is, if you're always going after the other person, if you're always the pursuer, etc., they start to take you for granted. If you're always the one calling and texting, you're in their face constantly, thinking that that's the way to make them love you, they take you for granted.
He can't change because that's probably who he is. I get asked by clients all the time, hey, Xavier, he told me he was going to change. He even did it for a week, 2 weeks, a month. Then he went right back. That's probably because that's a part of his pattern. That's who he is.
You want that man to wake the f up, give him pain. See, he sleep right now because you ain't giving him no pain. He dragging his feet around you because you ain't give him no pain. He's slacking because you ain't give him no pain. You're predictable as f, and you wondering why this man is treating you poorly.
When you stop being available for that man, everything changes. Some men don't appreciate the women or the woman they have in their life. They feel like it's normal for a woman to always be available for a man because that is how women were taught to be. Growing up as a child, young girls are being taught to center men, do everything for men, live their lives for men. We're being groomed to be good wives to men, which means preparing ourselves to always be at a man's beck and call. Over time, some men now think it's their birthright to always have a woman available to them, to the point that they don't even appreciate a woman's presence. They don't appreciate even having a woman available to them. You know, when you have so much access to something, it might get to a point where you don't appreciate that thing anymore. So in this video, we're going to discuss how you can change the dynamics of your relationship, the direction of your relationship, even your life, by just deciding to stop being available to men or overly available to men in relationships, especially those men that don't appreciate a woman's presence.
Guys, I do not want to lie to you. Like, nothing is as painful as being in a relationship with someone who doesn't want to lose you, yet he doesn't want to love you and he doesn't want to love you right. That is the most heartbreaking part, because that means you care more about more than the needs. So even if your needs are not being met in the relationship, you just have to stay because he says he'll do better, but he never does better anyway. Like, it's just the cycle of him apologizing for things and doing them again. And every time you address things, you're crazy. You tell you straight, you're crazy, there's no such a thing. Like, oh my god, guys. I think relationships have drained me enough, but this one, oh my god, it's literally like the worst. One punisher, guys. I'm in a relationship with somebody who constantly punishes me for what I don't know. And when I tell him I want to break up with him, he doesn't want to break up with me. It's just so painful. It hurts.
Anything that is in scarce supply ultimately has value. Okay, if I have a bunch of watches and you can just buy these watches any day of the week at a store, these watches are not very valuable. But if there's scarcity to a specific watch, if I say, hey, this watch, if you buy it, there's only 3 of them in the entire world, and they're only in this specific color, and we will probably never make this edition ever again, instantly the value goes up.
I don't care what anybody says. I truly believe this. I think men do not fall in love with women that they can control. I don't think men fall in love with women that cook for them, clean for them, baby them, do everything for them. Those are babies. Those are not men. True men, I believe, fall in love with women who challenge them, who are, who they don't understand, okay? Understand the concept of, when you hear people say men love mystery, it's not the kind of mystery where you're playing games and you're not answering on time and you're trying to act a certain way. I think men really do fall in love with women who challenge them in a way where they don't fully understand that woman, where she's different, where she evokes an emotion out of him that no other woman could, or evoke a thought. A lot of women think it's just physicalities, and it's all about black cat energy. No, I think men are much more deeper than we give them credit. I think men, true men, fall in love with women who are a little mysterious, but mysterious in the way where they're so in their frame, and they really understand who they are. And not only that, they are there to teach them something rather than just be some type of trophy.
I get the point she has made, but I don't agree with the falling in love part of it. Men love mystery. Humans love mystery. It spikes their curiosity. They want to know more. Why is this person different? Why is this woman hard to get? Why is she not like every other woman out there they've encountered? Men love challenge. They love solving challenges. Some of them love to prove that no woman is hard for them to get. No woman is hard for them to conquer. It is a conquest for some men out there. If you're that easy for them, they easily get bored of you. There's no mystery to you. There's nothing intriguing about you. That's why the moment they get you, they lose interest. They are on to the next woman. This explains why a lot of men don't appreciate the wife material kind of woman. They want you for the keeps. To them, you're a low-hanging fruit. They've gotten you, so they need to move on to the next woman. Let's see how people are reacting to this video in the comment section. Men fall in love with women who love themselves and are willing to walk away. That is respect, self-respect. I like a girl that respects herself and has a special energy to her. This is coming from a man. Men love women who have self-respect, self-discipline, and loyalty. I don't think it's men alone. Humans love people like that. I know some people might be confused because when you hear a man talk about wife material, he's looking for someone that is loyal, someone that is naive, someone that can submit to him. So if a man is saying he loves a girl that is confident, someone that has self-respect, does that fit into the wife material thing they're looking for? Nope. You cannot have self-respect and decide to be a wife material. Be submissive to a man that is maltreating you. Accept not to have a voice. Accept to let a man control you without you having a voice. That is obviously you not having self-respect. So what does that mean? A lot of men don't like those wife material they marry. They just marry them for the keeps. You will hear them say this is for the keeps. To keep at home, not to respect. They will go out there looking for their type, their spec, to cheat on their wife with. Confident and secure men respond well to warmth. A woman who knows her own mind and possesses a tender heart. Yes, authenticity wins. Black hearts are mysterious. This doesn't mean being mean, ladies, and talking to a man mean or sideways. This means having boundaries, being willing to choose you over chaos and toxicity. That's true. Men love the complicated ones. You are right, as a man, we really just want a real connection with a woman who can be faithful. We don't need a mother, and men do describe a girlfriend/wife as that. Doesn't really value her. That's true. I just said that. You would think being a wife material to a man will make him like you. Some of them don't really like women like that. They just use them to get status in the society, just to answer they are married and have their lineage going. But deep down, they don't like women like that. To summarize, real men value women who have boundaries and stick to it. True talk. People value what is scarce. As a woman, if you have a man that does not appreciate you, a man that isn't treating you right, and you're always there for that man, the man will start thinking that you need him more than he needs you in that relationship. He will start thinking you have no self-worth. If a man calls you, you're there. Let's hang out, you're there. Let's go on a dinner date, you're there. Let's go see a movie, you're there. You don't have your own time. It's even worse if you're sharing the same space with this man. You're living under the same roof with this man. That's in the case of marriage, or both of you are cohabiting. There's a way you can cohabit with someone, but you still have your own thing working for you. You still maintain your individuality. But if you're always there for someone, especially for someone that does not appreciate you, he might start feeling like you don't know your worth. You have low self-esteem. You need him more than he needs you. The best way to tackle this is to pull back. You need to take your time back. Invest it in yourself. Make a daily schedule if you don't have anyone. Have a timetable. Those days that you were out there hanging out with that man, going to see a movie with that man, you can choose to do that with someone else, or even do it alone yourself. The whole idea is to create that scarcity mindset. Not even mindset, just make yourself not to always be available to that man or for that man. That's the whole point, because people value things that are scarce. I bet you once you pull back your presence, your energy from that man, you will suddenly start being special to him. Scarcity does make people wake up. And if that man fears that he might be losing you, he's going to wake up. I'm not saying that you should stay with a man that plays game, because some men are good at playing games. The moment they feel like you're about to pull away, they'll start bringing their best foot forward. That's not what I'm saying here. Even if the man decides to bring his best foot forward and that man is not a good man, please use the door.
He can't change because that's probably who he is. I get asked by clients all the time, hey, Xavier, he told me he was going to change. He even did it for a week, 2 weeks, a month. Then he went right back. That's probably because that's a part of his pattern. That's who he is. He is the type of person that does it for a little while and then goes back to the original programming. That's it. He says, if you ask a person, hey, can you change this? And they say yes. And then they do it 3 more times the wrong way. That's probably who they are. And at some point, we're going to have to look at this person and say, that's their personality. Sometimes people do that. They ask themselves to do unrealistic things. Talking to you crazy, being disrespectful, acting out of line is a piece of who they are. And we're asking the wrong person for some changes.
Alright, so I feel like a lot of ladies struggle with this one, so let me explain. You see, if you start dating a new guy, and initially he seems to be very interested, so he's calling you, he's texting you, he's asking you out on dates, but then a couple of weeks or maybe even a couple of months in, that diminishes drastically or stops altogether, it's not because he was pretending this entire time or he was playing you this entire time. You see, the whole point of dating is to date each other, take the time to get to know one another, so you can assess that compatibility and attraction and see whether or not you want to continue investing in each other and build a relationship with each other specifically. So if that stops after a couple of weeks or maybe a month or two in, that's because you realize that you're not that person for him. And as difficult as it is to hear, that's the truth. And you see, if you have not set boundaries along the way, if you don't know how to set boundaries along the way that will protect you from creating and building that premature emotional attachment to a person that you're just getting to know at this point, then that's on you.
Did he mean courtship? Courting is different from dating. You can't be dating someone and you guys are dating for months. No, that's not dating to me. If that man knew he lost interest, then why is he still in the relationship? What stopped him from letting her know his new state of mind regarding her and the relationship? What that man just described is what a lot of men out there are doing. They make the lady their placeholder without her consent, and they also choose to stay back in the relationship with her because of the benefits they're getting from that relationship.
You have to make a man appreciate you. You have to make a man value you. You have to have your own things that you're doing. You have to have your own routine. Don't make everything about him. Don't act like that you need him in order to survive. You want to be able to want a man, not need him. And you have to be so confident in who you are. He has to know that you're not going to put up with any BS, that you're willing to walk away at any moment. He has to know that he has to act right to keep you around. When you start to put his needs in front of your own, he will not respect you.
You want that man to wake the up, give him pain. See, he sleep right now because you ain't giving him no pain. He dragging his feet around you because you ain't give him no pain. He's slacking because you ain't give him no pain. You're predictable as and you wondering why this man is treating you poorly. I just told you. You ain't give him no pain. He's painless around you. You need to start disappearing. That's how you give a man pain. See, y'all be thinking that you gotta be abusive and all that. No, I ain't mean literally. You need to disappear. That's how you give him pain. He calls you, you don't answer. That's how you give him pain. He want to take you out on a date, you cancel. That's how you give him pain. See? You have to start giving these men pain. They need it. They need it. When you are predictable, when you allow him to just do whatever to you, he's painless. You're not understanding that he's giving you pain. When he's treating you poorly, he's giving you pain. When he keeps on canceling the dates on you, he's giving you pain. When he don't see you as priority, he's giving you pain. You need to be doing that to him now. And to be honest with you, I would leave him alone completely. That's how you give him forever pain. But if you still want to be with this man, I really don't understand why. Give him pain. Stop being scared, thinking this man is going to leave. He's already treating you poorly any fucking way. So why not give it a shot? Okay.
Let's have a look at the comment section. The more pain I give them, the more they are around me. Disappearing gets you everything you want. I'm not preaching toxicity in relationships. Please, that is far from it. 3 weeks of me being silent towards him. He still hasn't reached out yet. He's nonchalant. And let me tell you, this does not work on every man out there. It has to do with those men that are disrespecting you, but they want you. You're like a lifeline to them. They don't want to let go of you, but they're still refusing to treat you right. If you're that lady that also wants the man, I know some women don't want to be alone, so they are willing to manage anything. So if you're that kind of a lady and you want to be with this man, then you can try this and make the man understand that you're worth something. Take away your availability and see how that man is going to react. Personally, I wouldn't advise any lady to choose to remain with a man that doesn't value her. My advice would be just walk away. But this video is for those women that doesn't want to walk away and they're looking for how to remedy their relationship, to reset their relationship. I just woke up and blocked him. Silence is key. They love to be ignored. I have a male friend. He says that he is in very love with his girlfriend because she is narcissistic and gives him pain. Interesting. I disappeared and changed my number. Leaving someone who is non-committal is the best way to have them begging. I do this all the time and works. Telling my future kids this was Shakespeare. Disappear physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Become completely obsessed with yourself and enjoy your life. When you get him out of your mind, he will pop back up. Make it all about yourself. Make it all about yourself. I hope women that are with men like this learn from this. It's all about you. Don't go chasing after someone that doesn't want to be with you, because that man obviously doesn't want to be with you for him to be treating you that way. Accord yourself some self-respect and step back. If I have to make the man I'm in love suffer for him to love me, then he's not the man for me. I left. True talk. If he's avoidant, he will love the silence and cancelling plans. LOL. He admitted it. He loves the torture games and misses it anytime I start acting so sweet and understanding. If you're in a relationship with a man like this that loves pain, I think you should pack your bags. You should be using the door already. It's not a healthy relationship to be in. The red flags are already sticking out. It is a toxic situation, in my opinion. When a man suddenly wakes up because he thinks you're pulling away, it's not because he truly cares about you most of the time. It's more because of the things he fears to lose the moment you walk away. It's all about him and what he has been gaining from you, the things you've been doing for him. So it's not easy getting a replacement, especially if that woman is a good woman. Men know all this, they know it. So the moment they realize that you are pulling back, the fear of losing you kicks in, then that urgency of wanting to do things you've been telling them to do long ago will set in, and they will start doing it just not to lose you. Have this at the back of your mind. Most of the time, it's not because they love you. Nope. But because of their selfish interest. So you have to use scarcity. Pull yourself away. Invest all that time in your own self. I tell you, you will be happier. You will grow more. You will have peace of mind. Rather than being in a relationship with someone that doesn't value you. That alone reduces your self-esteem. It makes you to ponder and wonder if you're good enough. That is mental captivity. And you don't want to find yourself in that position.
Okay.
But women too, we have to take accountability.
Yes.
Because if women, we stood up for what we needed.
Yeah.
And we stopped letting men just do the things that they want to do, we would be in a different era. Because back in the day when men were still courting and singing about how much they loved a woman and they desired a woman, because they weren't seeing them busted open on the internet for this. They wasn't seeing them busted open for $2.99 a month. They weren't getting to see the whole show before they even had to do anything to see that. Like nowadays, we're giving it up too easily to these men.
I agree.
And they feel like, well, I don't have to court her because why am I going to put in this work with you when I can go over here with Sally and she can give it to me for free? I don't have to work for her. I don't have to work for all these women. I can go on Instagram Instagram bing bop bomb and I could hit a girl up tonight and I could go do what I have to do and release and feel good and keep it pushing.
Yeah.
And I feel like women have to take accountability in the part that we play in that, because if women were standing firm and we say we want to be women and we want men to do all these things, but what are we doing? We allowing them to do this.
Right.
We're getting with men that have relationships and we're sleeping with men. If more women were like, hey, yo, I'm not dealing with that, I'm cool. It's too many women that have the mindset, I'm going to take your man. That's why he's laying up with me, girl. What is cute about that? There's nothing cute about laying up with another woman's man.
At all.
That is so desperate and disgusting.
I agree.
And I look down on anyone who thinks like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to just be honest with you.
Yeah.
I hate that mindset.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of women lack home training. They either lack fathers or mothers or whatever it is, but they need to take accountability and stop always blaming the man, because the man wouldn't be doing this if you didn't allow them to.
Facts.
Well, I think, yes, I agree with her that women should take accountability for their actions. We women, we should be accountable for our actions. But I don't think she's getting the whole point. Listening to her, she's basically saying that it's okay for men to just want to be with women because of our body. She's not understanding that those men that make such statements are just revealing and exposing who they are. Such men truly don't care for women. They don't like women. They are just after what they can get from women. Such men are just after a woman's body. This is one of the reasons men stay back in relationships with women they don't like. They are staying back so they can continuously have access.
As a woman, the hardest thing to really admit that you was a placeholder for a nigga. We desperately, when we love a nigga so bad, we desperately want to be the woman of his dreams. And we don't be. Every chance the nigga get, he's showing us he don't like us. Whether he forget your birthday, whether he forget anniversary, whether he forget whatever, whether he don't value your feelings. Anything, those are signs that we are really placeholders in these niggas' lives. That when they get to a certain status and when they get to a certain level of life or whatever, or whether they get their bitch back. Okay? For real, dating in 2024, you never know if a nigga really has a bitch and they just going through some shit. Like my last relationship, when I got with him, I ain't know he was just going through shit with his bitch. And then boom, we 2 years in, and he and her still woo, and I don't know shit about it. And the whole time, I was just a placeholder. That's what, come on, bro. We can't even be mad when we be placeholders either. Cause it's just like, you really needed a bitch that was your speed anyways. And that's just what that be. God just trying to get you better, baby. It's okay that you was a placeholder. God just trying to get you better.
Ladies, you gotta be frustrating when a man is sleeping skin to skin with you, telling you that he love you, doing boyfriend things with you, just to treat you like a placeholder. Oh my God. Cause I ain't gonna lie, shit, you sleeping skin to skin with me, I'm gonna assume we something serious. I ain't doing this with everybody. I would never understand how people be doing all this relationship stuff with you, but still don't be ready for a relationship. Like, you just out here doing casual shit. You one casual motherfucker. Like, then you get mad when somebody's emotionally invested into you. Are you kidding me? It's been you and that person for the past couple months, motherfucker. All they know is you. Shit, you could have fooled me too. You sold me a dream too. Ladies, y'all not slick either. All right, we know y'all be doing fellas just like how they be doing y'all. All right, you done sold a couple men a couple dreams a couple times. I'm just saying, in your past life. All right, now you might be a lover girl now, but yeah, we checked that history, and it ain't saying the same shit. Then what make me mad is y'all be having the people who be in a relationship for years, being in marriage for years, and you still ain't picked that person. Like, motherfucker, what more do you want? Who do you want?
I just saw a video by an incel and he was like, isn't it crazy that women who work now just do stuff they would have otherwise done just being at home? Which is insane, but it actually applies to me because I work in domestic labor. I'm a nanny. I have an entire LLC business. I'm the CEO of a business where I offer my services to people and they pay me for them. The reason he's so upset, though, is because people like me do labor that he believes he is entitled to for free. In my case, he thinks that a woman should stay home and provide the childcare labor for fucking free for him. And he's mad that people like me get paid for it. And another layer to this is that he doesn't like that gives women financial freedom.
You're too available. And that's why people don't respect your time and your energy the way that you want them to. Scarcity creates value. My dad told me this when I was like 10 years old, and it still has relevance everywhere in life. When it hasn't rained in weeks, all you want is rain. When it hasn't been sunny in weeks, all you want is the sun. When you haven't watched a football game for 10 months, all you want is a fucking football game. The list goes on and on and on. It's basic human psychology. If you are giving too much of your time and your energy to somebody, they're not going to value it, because why should they? You are showing them that you don't value your time and energy because you continue to dish it out to them like it doesn't have any value. So it's quite simple. If you want people to respect your time and to respect your energy, don't give it away so easily. Make sure the people who you give it to earn it.
Use absence to create honor and respect. And the idea is, if you're always going after the other person, if you're always the pursuer, etc., they start to take you for granted. If you're always the one calling and texting, you're in their face constantly, thinking that that's the way to make them love you. They take you for granted. They think you're so familiar that they have you wrapped around your finger a little bit. And unconsciously, they lose a bit of respect. They may not say it, but it'll come out in their behavior. And over time, the spell of love will kind of diminish. So you want to step back, you want to create some distance, some absence, and you want to make them come to you instead of you going to them. If you make them take a move towards you, then the game is reversed, the dynamic is reversed. Now the power is a little bit more on your side.
For instance, let's say you are a girlfriend or a wife, or the type of wife that loves cooking for the husband, picking up after the husband, your husband, or the girlfriend that does everything domestic for the boyfriend. And then suddenly you no longer do that. You're not even showing up. Or let's say the both of you are in the same space. You just mind your own business, cook for yourself alone, do your things for yourself alone. What do you think is going to happen? That man will notice the gap. And the moment he does notice the gap, the message will be passed to him, or something is off. What have I done? Is she upset? Is she angry? What did I do? What did I not say? If that man is someone that has been treating you badly and he didn't care at all, he will still feel the gap. Like I said before, he needs you to do all those things for him. He needs you to cook for him. He needs you to babysit him. He needs you to pamper him, to whatever you've been doing for him. He needs that. So the fear of replacing you, the fear of him getting a housekeeper to clean his house for him, will make him to want to keep you, to pull you back into the relationship.
If they don't appreciate your presence, gift them with your absence. Law number 16 in the 48 Laws of Power, use absence to increase respect and honor. Too much circulation makes the price go down. If you make yourself too available, they will not value you. The more you are seen and heard from, the more common you appear. If you are already established in a group, temporary withdrawal from it will make you more talked about and even more admired. You must learn when to leave. Create value through scarcity. That could be with a group of friends, in a relationship, in a situationship. If they think you're always going to be around, why would they put in effort to keep you? One of my favorite quotes from here is, absence diminishes minor passions and inflames great ones, as the wind douses a candle and fans a fire. So if you say, oh, what if I leave and then I don't hear from him again? It's because he was not the one. It's always better for trash to take itself out, so they did you a favor. But if you actually mean something to them, they will feel your absence and they will miss you. Another one of my favorite quotes from here, the sun, it can only be appreciated by its absence. The longer the days of rain, the more the sun is craved. But too many hot days and the sun overwhelms. Learn to keep yourself obscure and make people demand your return. Make yourself too available and the aura of power you have created around yourself will wear away. Turn the game around. Make yourself less accessible and you will increase the value of your presence. So there you go. If you needed another sign to just disappear when you feel like you're not being appreciated, absence is your superpower.
I've been single for a while, but I always say and see the relationship of most of my friends lately, and I want to remind a lot of girls that so many men chase women they can't truly reach. They will observe what we do, what we post, they will study us, say all the right things, but once they have us, when they start being around us, you start seeing their mask go away. And suddenly the man that they pretend to be is no longer existing. So I want to remind all these girls that you should not question yourself, but you should just remember that those guys were never at your level to begin with, and instead of rising, what they will do is tear you down. They will start criticizing you instead of complimenting you. The intimacy or things privately that you shared with them become a weapon, and then there's no more respect. And this is when you realize that they were never there to build or hold space for women like us. It was just a game. And wallah, what's even more heartbreaking is most of them will speak about God, about prayer, about deen, about values, but they don't even pray. They don't even do any of the work, you know? They just pretend. And I always say now that my belief is so hard that if you're truly connected to Allah, you can't intentionally harm anything that He created. Could be an animal, could be anything that is alive. You can hurt it, because love and real belief shows in actions, not in words. So look at people's action, not what they do, what they say, but what they do.
Men want that fast.
If someone is fighting so hard to have you in their life, regardless of the reason why they want you in their life, that makes you so powerful. If a man doesn't like you, but he wants you in his life, you are very powerful in that situation. You are the one running the show. But a lot of women don't understand this. They don't understand the power they have in such situation. Many women think men are always the ones with the power, for the ones providing, for the men providing. Like I've always said, providing is just a little bit of the work required to keep a relationship. Providing financially is just a little part of being a provider. We talk about providing emotionally, spiritually, and otherwise. So why would you let a man that is providing for you financially alone control you and the relationship? If you want to know the power you hold as a woman in your relationship, take a step back. Stop being overly available and see how that man will be running like a headless chicken. The mind of scarcity scares a lot of men. Many men fear to lose the women they have in their lives, even the ones that are cheating. To be honest with you, they don't want to lose any woman they've been able to capture to any man out there, because getting a woman is not an easy task for some men. Then getting a woman that is ready and available to be at their beck and call is another difficult task. Even if the man doesn't like you, he wouldn't want to lose you. So if you want to know your power in that relationship, your stance, withdraw all you're giving to that man. Take your energy, take your time away from that man, and watch the power dynamic shift in your relationship. You would be surprised to see that man move closer to you than he was before and start doing things just to please you because he does not want to lose you.
Most men don't actually want you, they just like the idea of you. That's why when they have you, they get complacent. As humans, we like the idea of having. The idea of having a new car, the idea of having a new job, the idea of having a new business, the idea of having a new apartment. The idea of having always gives us something to look forward to. Tell me, have you ever liked the idea of having something? You finally got it, you was excited for a while, but then you noticed that you wanted something else. That's literally how it is for some of the men that like the idea of you. First, they start off by seeing you from a distance. You look nice, you dress nice, you look like you smell nice, the whole package. Now, eventually they get to the chase. You guys are messaging back and forth. Perhaps you go on some dates. Then finally he gets you. And that's when he starts to change. That's when his behavior starts to be different. That's when he gets complacent. That's when he stops doing the things that he used to do. This is solely because he likes the idea of having you more than he actually enjoys having you.
He chased you like his life depended on it. But once he got you, he switched up on you and act like you were never the prize. That man didn't want you. He just wanted access to you. Okay? And that's why when these little dirty, desperate men are chasing you, you have to make sure they're doing something for you also, okay? Don't just allow free access just because he's telling you, I want you so bad, baby. I want you bad. Make him pay for it, okay? Because majority of the time, they're going to chase you. And once they get you, they're going to start acting funny.
Let's talk about this. Let's see how people are reacting to what she said in the comment section. This one says, that's the real him. That's what mine did. So I had to leave and walk away. Ma'am, Why are you talking about my PTSD on a random Monday night? It means a lot of people are experiencing this. The fact that you made them wait is where the problem lies. So now they have secret animosity and plotting revenge. Men are evil creatures. I tell you, you don't know the mind of the person that is asking you out, someone that has asked you to marry them. Some men are so vengeful that they find it difficult to forgive. Even if it's going to take them years to get back at you, they will. Some might come in form of a husband. They will sweep you off your feet, make you believe whatever you're saying, not you knowing that they are there for revenge. I've heard a lot of ladies complain about how men that chased them for years ended up dumping them and hurting them badly. In such case, they were there for revenge. Imagine a man asking you out for 3 years and then you finally gave in. Months into the relationship, he hurts you badly and dumps you. It obviously means that man came for revenge. So just be careful of the man you choose to date. The prize was just getting you, that's it. It's like getting that car you always wanted. Then after you get it, you lose interest in it. Not all men think like that, though. True talk. A lot of men are like that. It's all about conquering you. Once they conquer you, they move on to the next one. It's all about the whole conquest mindset. Once I've gotten you, there's no point fighting for you anymore. I already have you in my bag. Let's go out there and hunt for more people. Some of them think that way. Men don't see women as humans. They see us as objects. If a lady suddenly withdraws her availability from a man, that is going to create curiosity in that man's mind. You will have him asking himself a lot of questions. What is going on? Who is that new man? You know, men always think if you're not with them, there's another man out there for you. He will start thinking, who is that man wanting to take her away from me? At that moment, that man is already thinking that he doesn't have you as much as he used to have it before. Humans naturally chase what they don't have. If that man is a love bomber, he will start love bombing you again. You know how love bombers do, how narcissistic men do when you're in a relationship with them newly. They bring their best foot forward. You're most likely to see that circle again. Him being so sweet to you, being at your beck and call, doing things you've always wanted him to do just because he's curious. He's doing that because he's wondering why you're not calling him as you did in the past. So it's obvious how that curiosity, that absence you created has changed the dynamics of your relationship. What you were begging him to do before, he's not doing it because you decided to pull away. What you were telling him, reminding him all the time to do, this is what we should do this for me, I'm doing too much for you, and he wasn't paying attention to you. Just the fact that you chose to do differently by not begging him as you did, but by serving him your absence will change everything. The dynamics of your relationship, the way he sees you, his energy, everything's going to change.
Ladies, sometimes the best way to remind a man of your value is through your absence, by not being so available and accessible to him. And this is where a lot of women get it wrong, is they think, Nelly, if I'm not around and I'm not texting him and I'm not in front of his face, then he's just going to forget about me. No, my love. He is going to remember you. In fact, he's going to start to wonder, why is it so easy for her to walk away? Because people value things that are difficult to obtain. Think about it like Hermes bags, okay? Hermes bags, honestly, not that much better quality than Chanel or Louis Vuitton. And I'm not trying to debate the fashion people here, okay? I own these brands, therefore I know I'm right. But the perception of the value is higher because they're harder to get your hands on. You have to wait a year. You have to spend all this money. You have to play this stupid game at the store to get your hands on a bag, and it might take you a long time. And so people will spend more and the market value will be higher because the brand creates that perception. You got to start looking at yourself as a Birkin in a sea of Michael Kors and Hermes bags, not to knock other people, but see your own value if you want other people to see it too, if you want to influence the perception of you. And by the way, I know I'm going to get criticism. People are going to be like, oh, you shouldn't have to teach a man your value. You know what? Sometimes you forget your own worth and you need to set the standard again for yourself. And also, some people do need a little bit of like a reminder from time to time because they get too comfortable. Okay? Follow me for more dating tips and good luck.
Men are always harvesting your energy, girl. Once you become aware of that, you're going to finally start valuing your own time. You're not just going to let it get wasted by any guy who gives you attention, any low value, dusty dude who is all words, no action, doesn't provide anything of value to you in your life. Listen, even in the workplace, this happened to be so many times where male coworkers, managers, bosses, literally, you know, your presence alone just making eye contact, just listening to them. I mean, girls, how many times have you had male friends, male coworkers, just men in general, talk to you, dump stuff on you, talk through their problems, treat you like the therapist? Just by your presence alone, just by listening, existing is healing for them. And they will take it. If you keep giving it away for free, they will keep taking it from you. And this is why when you're dating, you have to be really careful. Only entertain men or spend time with men, or even texting. Men can harvest your energy when you freaking text with them. They could be across the globe. They could literally be in another dimension, and they could harvest your energy through your attention, through your aura, just your consciousness. If you put your consciousness and you think about that man at all, he is harvesting something from you. Okay, mark my words. When you realize this, like I did, girl, you're going to become free. You know why? Because all of the energy, all of the attention you were giving away to these men, you're finally going to be able to turn that energy back to yourself and nurture yourself, level yourself up, heal yourself. So don't entertain men who don't show through action that they want to provide for you something in your life, something tangible. Do not give your energy away to men for free.
Let's see how people are reacting to what she said in the comment section. Don't talk to men who you don't find physically attractive. Mutual healing. I don't really know what she means by that. People be thinking she's talking crazy, but as an empath, this is 100% true. They literally do this, and it's no joke. The last guy I was with for 3 years, I aged 10 years plus. My skin became dull and my eyes turned grey and gained 30 plus pounds. Now I'm starting to lose weight, eyes turning back to bright blue, and skin is glowing. Energy vampires, you are absolutely right. I literally am setting boundaries at work now because I feel so drained and they linger around me for no reason. Yes, many of them just want female attention, listening, support, advice, etc. Even my female friends in their masculine siphon my energy. So like, how does one harvest energy? How is it done? Because can we harvest their energy? People replied to that and said they trauma dump on you. You give them solutions, compliments, ease their load, just your presence. Even my guy friends benefit good info from me. They don't have anything to offer, so I make them pay. Them harvesting energy is true, even through eye contact. It's so true. Or revolving around you. They even change their schedule to your time. So real on texting too. I used to think that didn't matter, but it does. They take that away too. Yes, I've caught on to this, and when I treat my energy as in currency, I'm so much more aware of who gets my energy 100%. I do feel better, stronger. That's why I learned to transmute. It's always gonna be an exchange, and I'm always gonna be the one winning. And at that point, your energy will become more respected. People subconsciously take people that are always available for granted. If your energy is always there for them, they subconsciously don't appreciate it. People carry different energy, different aura. Some people, when they get into a room, they light up the room. Some people move with positive energy, peaceful energy, happy energy. You can name it. So if you're that person that's been giving your spouse, your partner, your boyfriend a peaceful energy, him just having you around gives him peace of mind, makes things work for him. Let me say this. Some men thrive off women's energy, women's feminine energy. They don't even need to do anything. You don't need to do anything. You just need to just be around them. And that does a lot to their mind, their subconsciousness, their mental health. It does a lot to them. So men are energy vampires. They sap from women just to feel alive, to feel better, to feel whole again. So imagine you are in a relationship with someone like that and you decide to withdraw your energy. It's definitely going to hit that man hard, because you taking your availability away, you're also taking your energy away with you from that man.
Why are you giving your time and energy to people like it's free candy? No, now this is where we're wrong. We need to treat our time and our energy like it's a baby. Think about it. You wouldn't let just anybody hold your baby. You're going to give it to somebody who you trust, somebody who you know is not going to neglect them, somebody who's going to treat this child with love and respect. So why are you handing this baby over to somebody who doesn't value it? Your energy is sacred. It deserves to be protected. It deserves to be cared about. And when you start treating it like it's this precious thing, you're going to start feeling lighter, more calm, and more empowered. So protect your time and your energy like it is your baby. You get to choose who gets to hold this baby. So only let the people who value you, respect you, and give you their energy in return have access to you and your energy.
He treats you like you're nothing, so become nothing to him. Disappear from that man's life. He clearly thinks you're forgettable, so forget about him. Make yourself a distant memory to that man because you will no longer be a presence in his life. Walk away from any situation that is not serving you. Walk away from any person that does not value you. Stop giving away your attention and time at a deeply discounted price of free $99. They don't have to put in any effort. They don't have to put in any time to get your attention. Walk away, disappear, prove to yourself that you deserve better treatment than what you are allowing to happen in your life. And when you do, your self-love, your self-respect will skyrocket, because now that you've removed yourself from that situation, you've opened up your life to amazing opportunities, amazing relationships, people who will truly value you and feel blessed to have you in their life. Remind yourself who you are, that you are that girl, that you do not deserve to be at the bottom of anybody's totem pole. No. As soon as someone shows you that they do not value your presence, walk away. Leave them all the way alone.
Men are nurtured, literally fed energy by being in the presence of a feminine woman. Now it's like it recharges their batteries just by being in the same space as her. They don't even have to be paying attention. It's her energy. They can feel it. It's the yin to their yang, if you like. So when in a relationship, if a man's partner, his wife or his woman is never soft, is never nurturing, is never open or radiant in her feminine energy, not only is she not recharged, because a woman will naturally recharged in her femininity as well, but he's not either. And this can lead to a deeply unsatisfying relationship for both people. When a woman is soft, when she's nurturing, when she's radiant, happy, content in her feminine energy, men respond differently. Trust me on this one. Men respond differently. They are naturally more open, they're more helpful, they're more attentive. They can feel your energy, your openness, your radiance. So rather than nagging, rather than trying to control, or rather than emasculating a man through the words that you use, just return to being yourself, being feminine, being open, being soft, and watch as men respond very differently.
Let's take comments from this particular video. I've never thought of it this way, but I think this is true. This is coming from a man. It's almost like it was by design. This is a man. Yes, this is so true. My wife is everything to me, and there is nothing I look forward to more than coming home to her. Yes, absolutely. A man is not happy unless he has a woman in his life. I believe this. Sleeping close every night with my wife is a critical recharge for me. Wow. My boyfriend just drains me of every ounce of that energy until I have nothing left. The wrong person can drain us. Also true for women in healthy masculine energy. I don't know about that masculine energy too. No, not my thing. The more feminine I am, the more masculine my boyfriend is. Same is reverse. Have no idea to that. This makes sense. Thank you for your perspective. This is why I'm dying right now. Question: every time we hang out, he gets extremely sleepy. He says it's because I am calming, but is there a psychological explanation? This person replied and said his inner child feels safe with you, but being soft is also being taken advantage of. If you come off soft, they will bargain to the lowest of the low. Totally accurate. That being said, not everyone is capable. You have to be able to appreciate the little things in life. As a man who is alone and mostly around other men, this is profoundly correct. Yes, he must create that atmosphere whereby the woman is happy, not insecure because of its actions. Your absence will force a man that depended heavily on you to reevaluate your worth to him. It will make it clear to him how much he depends on you physically, mentally, emotionally, and otherwise, without you even being the one to spell things out to him. If he's a type that never valued you as a person or the things you did for him in that relationship, he will be forced to do that because of the fear of you withdrawing those benefits from him. Men understand that having a woman that is readily available to them gives them dopamine, easy dopamine, the comfort, validation, attention that comes with your presence. That is something a lot of men crave for. That is what a lot of men want from women. The comfort, attention, validation. The moment you take all that away from them, their brain will start looking for how to fix it. Then they will start chasing you. They want you back. The love bombing will start. This is a pattern a lot of men out there have. They expect women to always be there for them, always show up for them, do things for them. So you have to break that pattern if you're not willing to give into the pattern. Humans are creatures of habits. If you always speak up, always show up, people are going to build habit around that. But the moment you start doing all that for them, that pattern breaks and it forces them to adjust, which they're supposed to do. Self-focus is the key. I'm not saying that you should be selfish 100%, but always prioritize yourself. Learn to be less available and redirect that energy, that time to yourself. When you start doing things for yourself, paying attention to yourself, prioritizing yourself, that peace, that glow, that confidence starts radiating. It becomes obvious that the people around you will start to notice. Self-respect is very important. How do you prevent things like this from happening in your relationship? Learn to set boundaries. Having boundary prevents people from disrespecting you. It makes people respect your standard. Your standard is for you and not for someone else. If they don't like it, they should move on. When you're too available for people, it comes off like you don't have boundaries. In reality, I think it also does mean that. Too much availability results to too much familiarity. Not because you're married to someone or you're dating someone means that you should put all of you, your entirety, you should put everything about you, all of you, onto that person. No, you have to reserve some things to yourself. You have to reserve some part of you, some aspect of you. Keep some things to yourself to avoid disrespect. You need a little bit of that mystery. Mystery is magic. I'm not preaching toxicity. Just know that sometimes some relationship require a reset. By being less available, you reset the dynamics. You might consider resetting your relationship if you feel like your partner does not appreciate you and all that you do for him and the relationship. You need to make your partner understand that that relationship might not stand, might not work, might not progress without you. Especially if you're in a relationship with a partner that is coasting, a partner that is refusing to put as much effort as you are putting in that relationship, a partner that is all about collecting from you and refusing to reciprocate. Make your attention the currency. Make your time, your attention expensive. Make it feel expensive, like a luxury brand. And I tell you, people will adjust. They will act accordingly. Your attention is your currency. Please let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're yet to do so. Like this video if you like it, and also share this video with your friends and loved ones. I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for your support.